Road impassable due to heavy rain associated with tropical wave. Roads in Kingston and St. Andrew yesterday were flooded due to heavy and increased rainfall in the parishes over the last 2 days. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF advised that Brookside Lane, off Barbican in St. Andrew and Marcus Garvey Drive and Grants Brentford in Kingston were currently impassable. Motorists were advised to avoid these areas. The island is experiencing increased rainfall associated with a tropical wave. The unstable weather condition began on Tuesday and should remain in effect until Friday. Heavy rain associated with a tropical wave is expected to start affecting the island on Tuesday through to Friday, stated the Met Service. 3 of 4 accused in Havana Heights quadruple murder denied bail. 3 of the 4 men facing trial for the execution-style killing of 4 family members in Havana Heights, Clarendon in September 2021 were on Wednesday denied bail over, among other things, concern that their release could spark reprisals for the Cherry Tree Lane massacre in August this year, where the accused men are from. The men Derek Azan, Dane Anderson, Clifton Wilson and Raheem Kennedy, who are from Cherry Tree Lane, have been charged with 4 counts of murder in relation to the killings of 25-year-old Sharona White and her sister, 32-year-old Tashana White, and nephew, 19-year-old Luke Newham, and another relative, 27-year-old Michael Solomon, in the early morning gun attack at their Havana Heights home on September 12, 2021. According to prosecutors, Azan, the reputed leader of the gang for whom no bail application was made, as he is already serving sentence in another matter, had ordered the group of men to go to Havana Heights in search of a rival with whom he had differences. During the search for the male, who was not in the house in question, the 4 were murdered. 2 other men, 38-year-old Oral Richards, alias Creamy, and 24-year-old Andre Bennett, otherwise called Hammer, both of Cherry Tree Lane, who were a part of the attack, had pleaded guilty to 4 counts of murder and 1 count of illegal possession of firearm, are serving 20-year sentences. According to the police, the August 2024 Cherry Tree Lane massacre was directly linked to the 2021 Havana Heights quadruple murder and several other incidents, including a murder committed in April 21, 2024, and a subsequent shooting and arson on April 25 in West Park. The other incidents include a murder on April 29 on Cherry Tree Lane, a murder on May 11 along Fogger Road, Maypen, as well as a murder committed on May 15 in Yorktown. Supreme Court Judge Justice Leighton Pusey, in turning down the applications, which was proposed by the Crown, said that based on the strength of the evidence in the prosecution's case and concerns for the safety of the men themselves, given the events that unfolded in Cherry Tree Lane in August this year, in which 8 people, including 3 women and child, were killed and 9 injured. The men are expected to reappear before the court in January next year. Azan is represented by attorney John Clark, Kennedy by attorney Andrea White Walters, and Wilson and Anderson by attorney Tamika Harris. Azan was sentenced in October 2014 for shooting with intent, illegal possession of firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition from an incident in which he fired shots at the police team in Manchester in 2012. Bagwalk Gorge closed due to rising water levels. The National Works Agency NWA has announced the closure of the Bagwalk Gorge as water levels in the Waikobe rises due to ongoing heavy rainfall. Manager of Communication and Customer Services at NWA, Stephen Shaw, gave an update on Radio Jamaica on Wednesday evening. At the time, he said the flat bridge was not yet submerged. In a subsequent statement around 6:30 p.m., the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management said the NWA had reported that the water level in the gorge had reached a critical point, prompting the activation of the flood control gate to ensure public safety. ODPEM is urging the public to avoid using the Bagwalk Gorge corridor under any circumstances. Meanwhile, as the island continues to experience significant rainfall, ODPEM is advising residents, particularly those in low-lying or flood-prone areas, to be on high alert and ready to evacuate if necessary. The agency has issued several precautionary measures for public safety, including identifying evacuation routes, securing important documents in waterproof containers, and avoiding damaged roads and areas prone to landslides and flooding. Additionally, ODPEM is warning against crossing flooded waterways such as fords, gullies, streams or rivers, whether on foot or in vehicles, as there have been recent incidents of people being swept away in floodwaters. Residents are encouraged to remain vigilant as the heavy rainfall continues across the island. 243 Jamaicans approved for reverse income tax credit. Some 243,000 Jamaicans have been approved for the government reverse income tax credit. This financial initiative is designed to assist people earning below $3 million annually who meet the specific criteria to create a one-off $20,000 payment. Addressing the House of Representatives on a motion for the approval of the first supplementary estimates for fiscal year 2024-2025 on Tuesday, Minister of Finance and Public Service Dr. Nigel Clark said the figure represents individuals who have been approved as at Tuesday. This has happened electronically, digitally, without one sheet of paper, without anybody going to an office. It would have been impossible to have 243,000 people signed up for any program going through an office. It shows the vision of a government and the transformational potential of the digital revolution, he stated. Dr. Clark said the government introduced the reverse tax income credit provision as a way of sending a signal to the vast majority of working people in this country that we care about you, we understand your sacrifices, we understand what you go through. Here is a government innovating and doing something that has never been done before to provide income at a time such as this, he added. Dr. Clark said the administration, led by Prime Minister Andrew Holness, will continue to implement programs that benefit the people of Jamaica. We have problems and there are challenges, but the government is responsive to the challenges, listening to the people, taking the country into the future and responding to the needs, innovating as necessary, and doing things that have not been done before, the minister declared. The reverse income tax credits implementation was announced by Dr. Nigel Clark during the 2024-2025 budget debate presentation in March. For further information, individuals may contact 888-829-2225, taxback@taj.gov.jm, or visit www.jamaicatalks.gov.jm.
We have 243,000 Jamaicans who have been approved for the reverse income tax credit. Approved. This has happened electronically, digitally, without one paper, without anybody going into an office. It would have been impossible to have 243,000 people signed up for any program going through an office. Impossible. It shows the vision of the government, Mr. Speaker, and it shows the transformational potential of the digital revolution. So, Mr. Speaker, we have problems and there are challenges, no doubt, but the government is responsive to the challenges, listening to the people, taking the country into the future, Mr. Speaker, and responding to their needs.
St. Andrew businessman donates home to fire victim. A year ago, after losing her house in a devastating fire, a tearful Sonny Simi took to social media in desperation to appeal for some help. Like an angel, a businessman answered for her call, and on the first anniversary of the tragedy Sunday, Smith shed tears of joy after receiving the keys to a brand new and fully furnished 2-bedroom house. I feel very good, joyful. I don't even know when night comes in the house, the 76-year-old resident of Rastacana stated, flashing a bright smile after receiving the keys to her home from Howard McIntosh. Her smile turned to tears as she got emotional while encountering how she became a recipient. I just went on social media and asked for help. I saw a gentleman come the following day and said, "Mr. Howie wants you to come to Kingston," she told reporters. I was really surprised that this gentleman never knew me, don't know anything about me. God bless Mr. Howie, she said, struggling to hold back tears. McIntosh, who is the lawyer of the Pump Bar and Grill in St. Andrew, said it was a no-brainer to assist Smith after learning of her story. I first came across Sone's story on social media. A friend of mine pointed it out to me that she was in desperate need, her house was burnt down and she was taken care of by her grandchild at the same time, so we decided to come on board and see how best we could help her. First it was trying to restore the house, but we ended up buying her a brand new house, he stated. The businessman said he was happy to have been able to assist Smith, calling it one of his biggest achievements in life. This is one of my biggest achievements, to know that I was able to help her in this way. For somebody to own their own home, much less a brand new home, that says a lot, so I am happy that I was a part of it, McIntosh noted. He also thanked his friends for the help in making the project a reality. Once you have friends that are willing to help, just reach out to them and you'll be surprised how quick they will come on board and help you out. A lot of my friends came on board and decided to help with this venture, McIntosh noted. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.